7 years ago, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon released worldwide, and it changed competitive Ubers forever. With moms like Naganadel that could set one nasty plot and just win the game with Dragonium Z, Draco Meteor, and claim a guaranteed KO. It introduced one of the biggest staples on each team in Necrozma-Dusk-Mane that outclassed Solgaleo in every way. And then there was Ultra Necrozma, which was an insane powerhouse that had an expert belt as an ability and had a super powerful Z move called Light that burns the sky. A 200 base power psychic move, but there was one Pokemon that was outclassed by both its forms. Necrozma-Dusk-Mane has had insane success in Ubers, and Lunala is one of the best Ubers in Draft League, which has left one Pokemon in the dust. So, in the PBA, I was given the 5th pick, meaning I could get one of the S tiers allowed. So, when I saw that this mon was available, I knew I had to give it a chance. Please welcome Necrozma-Dawn-Wings as our first pick in the PBA. So this mon was allowed, and I really wanted it, and I actually managed to grab it. Dawn-Wings is one of my favorite legendaries of all time. It looks absolutely insane. Like, its design is actually like perfect. This Pokemon is actually like just top tier to me. It's basically Budget Lunala. But Lunala, this Pokemon has been outclassed by Lunala and Necrozma-Dusk-Mane for 7 years now. And so I want to finally give this mon a chance. This Pokemon has access to good stabs in Photon Geyser and Moongeist Beam. Both are 100 base power and are special. Photon can be physical if I wanted to, but both are special and they both ignore abilities, so that's great. Dawn-Wings also has access to coverage like Earth Power, Heat Wave, and Flash Cannon for like the Grimmsnarl matchup. So yeah, Dawn-Wings, absolutely one of my favorite Pokemon. It has a strong special attack stat in 157, which is great. And it has a base speed of 77, which isn't the greatest. But it can run items like Choice Scarf, Leftovers, Choice Specs, and it can run like Assault Vest if it wants to. So yeah, this Pokemon, Dawn-Wings, is absolutely one of my favorites. And I'm so happy we actually managed to grab it in the league. Since they allowed S tiers, I wanted Dawn-Wings. Absolutely the top one. It was either Solgaleo or Dawn-Wings because I think A, Solgaleo should not be allowed, and B, if Solgaleo went, Dawn-Wings was the only one that looked really interesting. So I took Dawn-Wings. This Pokemon is absolutely one of my favorites. And yeah, it gets so many good moves. It can run Dragon Dance physical sets, it can run special sets with Calm Mind, and it gets access to Recovery in Morning Sun and Moonlight. And this Pokemon just gets so many good moves. And I'm so happy that we can actually finally use this Pokemon in Ubers. This Pokemon is absolutely garbage. Just draft Lunala. Do not bother with Dawn-Wings. Just draft Lunala. Dawn-Wings is garbage in Ubers. And, unfortunately, I hate that Dawn-Wings is garbage in Ubers, but it just is. Every Uber will run Dark Move for you and you're just cooked. So, Lunala is way better in Ubers, but since these are S tiers, I really want to give Dawn-Wings a shot. So I'm very excited that we finally get to use Necrozma-Dawn-Wings in this season of the PBA. Look how majestic Dawn-Wings is flying. It's actually just so majestic. But yeah, I was always a fan of Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Ultra Moon, so I wanted to get I want to get Dawn-Wings on this team. But yeah, that is Dawn-Wings. We finally managed to get it. This feels unreal, but Dawn-Wings is going to be great. Dawn-Wings is a very good breaker. It can probably OHKO or 2KO everything my opponent has in their team, and yeah. That's going to be it for Dawn-Wings. And we will move on to our next Pokemon. and we will move on to our next Pokemon. So, this Pokemon was allowed to Terra, which I felt was crazy. So our next pick is Terra Sneasler. Yes, that's correct. We got Terra Sneasler. This Pokemon is absolutely broken. It should never be allowed, and I was surprised it was allowed, so I just said let me snag it. So this Pokemon forces in the poisons, the bulky poisons that want to switch into the Sneasler. I go for U-turn, and they go for what do they go for? I go for U-turn as I bring in our first pick, Dawn-Wings, and force them to switch. I could get up a sub with Dawn-Wings or get up a Calm Mind with Dawn-Wings, and just force tons of damage to my opponents. Sneasler. CC, Dire Claw are insane, Gunk Shot's insane. This thing is a good Scarfer, good Choice Bandmon, and our Terra type. So the Terra rules for PBA. So basically the Terra rules is basically for Sneasler we can only have one type, and so I chose a type that I really like on Sneasler, and that is Terra Ground. I chose Terra Ground on Sneasler because it can hit poisons, and it has Terra Blast Ground plus Acrobatics for unburdened sets. So honestly, Terra Sneasler is very strong, and I'm really excited to use Terra Sneasler on this team paired with Necrozma-Dawn-Wings. I think Terra Sneasler and Necrozma-Dawn-Wings are the best combination that was allowed, personally. I think these two are the best combination allowed. So yeah, I am really liking this team so far. But yeah, that is Terra Sneasler, and I will show you guys our next Pokemon. Our next Pokemon is a Pokemon that I hate fighting. I've said it on my channel. It's my kryptonite. So I decided to get. So that said Pokemon is, that's right, it's Zapdos. So we got Zapdos. This Pokemon is honestly insane. Static is a thing. This Pokemon has static. As usual, this Pokemon's just broken. Zapdos has U-turn, Discharge, Hurricane, Roost, and that's all the 4 moves you need every single week. It can also use Heat Wave, but basically this Pokemon never dies. If you're on Fizz Stuff, this Pokemon like literally never dies, and this Pokemon also can just defeat everything in its way. It can get static paralysis and make you slower and make you cry. This Pokemon literally makes everybody cry in Draft League, because it's so broken. And yeah, Zapdos causes chaos to everyone, and I'm glad that I have it so I don't have to deal with it with this team, because this Pokemon would be annoying for me to deal with. So I'm glad I have it on this team. This Pokemon is a defensive mon with Roost, and it can just like wall any physical mons or special mons. So yeah, Zapdos is insane. People should know this by now that Zapdos is absolutely broken, because it absolutely is. And yeah, that is Zapdos. That is on our team for the PBA. Zapdos doesn't need much explanation. It's Zapdos. You guys know how annoying this Pokemon is each time you face it. And yeah, that's Zapdos for y'all. So, our next Pokemon, I wanted a water type. So, I decided to go with Primarina. So Primarina is insane. It's a good special breaker. It has access to Moonblast. It has access to Psychic Noise with Liquid Voice. It has Flip Turn for momentum. It has access to, it can be a good Assault Vestmon with Flip Turn. It can be a good Choice Specs Pokemon. Also Choice Scarf is great on Primarina as well. Primarina is just one of my favorite water types to grab. It's also a fairy type, and fairy types are very good on our team. Primarina is very cool. I honestly really like Primarina. So honestly, I'm really happy that we have Primarina on this team. So I'm going to say more about Primarina, but you guys know what it does. It can be a Calm Mind Sweeper with Sparkling Aria. It can be a Calm Mind with Draining Kiss. Draining Kiss is a really good move on it, so it gets some recovery. Flip Turn, you guys know what Smon does. It's just broken Primarina as usual. But yeah, Primarina. I don't know what much to say. Much more to say about Primarina. This Pokemon is just standard. It's AV. It can be Specs, Scarf, Rocky Helmet, Fizz Def, with Draining Kiss, Moonblast, Surf, Liquid Voice, Psychic Noise, Hyper Voice. But yeah. Not much else to say about Prim. Specs makes an absolute nuke. Assault Vest or Rocky Helmet can make it a Spadef check or Fizzef check. To mons like Shenpao and Chiyu, it can check those pretty well. And it can check many other mons as well. So yeah, Primarina is just one of the best, is just one of my reliable waters. I love drafting in Draft League. So yeah, not much about it, but yeah, that is Primarina for our next pick. And then our next pick is a mon that I haven't used in quite a while. Is that funny horsey? No, it's not. Okay. Our next pick is a Pokemon I haven't used in quite a while, which is Crocodile. So Crocodile is amazing. This Pokemon is a very good ground type. It is a very good ground. It has access to Knockoff, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Taunt, Roar, Dragon Tail. I believe it has both, or it might have one of them. The Crook's amazing. It has access to Stone Edge, the Elemental Fangs. Crook has access to Bulk Up and Scale Shot. I wish I had Sword Dance, but it does not. But yeah, Crook has the ability to Intimidate. It can be a good Moxie Sweeper. Crook has amazing utility moves, like I said before. It can be Fizz Def with Intimidate, Knockoff, Taunt, Rocks, EQ, or High Horsepower. Most likely High Horsepower because of our next Pokemon. But yeah, Crook's really good. Choice Scarf sets are amazing with Knockoff, Earthquake. That's honestly all you need on this Pokemon. And hits everything on every team for good damage. But yeah, Crook's really good. I really like Crook on this team. Crook's really good. It has access to Anger Point. So maybe I can use this as an Urshifu single switch in. Eat a Wake Up Blow. Then get a +6 and outspeed with +6 Earthquake and just OHKO everything on the team. Or Scale Shot on that turn. But yeah, Crook's really fascinating. I haven't used it in a hot minute. And it's honestly one of my favorite defensive chucks. It's a really good defensive chuck to things. And it's a really good offensive chuck to a lot of Pokemon. Crook's really good. This Pokemon has a lot of good tools. Like, I already saw the tools it gets, but like it gets a lot of good moves. And Crook is a good physical breaker, and it has a good speed tier in 92, so it can outspeed base 90s, which is great. And yeah, this thing is a good Choice Scarfer, Choice Scarf Moxie, Choice Band, Assault Vest, and yeah, pairs well with Dawn-Wings because it gives me a Ghost Switch in for now. And yeah, that's Crocodile for you guys. And which leads us to our next Pokemon. So, about how I said about High Horsepower, well, that will make a lot of sense with our next Pokemon, which is Arboliva, which is our second Terra Captain. We are Terra Fairy, Water, and Poison with our second Terra Captain. Since Arboliva is a low tier, it was 4 points but 7 with Terra. So the Terra budget works weird. You have 30 points for Terra Caps. Sneasel was 22 points for Terra, so we have 8 points left over, so we got Terra Arboliva for 7. And we cannot get another Terra Cap. So this is our last Terra Captain. This is Terra, like I said before, Fairy, Poison, and Water. Arboliva is really good. It has access to a lot of things, like Giga Drain, Hyper Voice, Terra Blast, Terra Blast Poison, Dazzling Gleam. It has access to Leech Seed, Substitute, Protect. It's just a really good grass type. It has good defenses, and it can act as a normal as a ghost check if I wanted to before Terra. But yeah, this thing's grass normal, so it's a really good typing in my opinion. This thing can switch into Earthquakes all day and get the Seed Sour, and we're sitting pretty. This Pokemon is really good. I have not used this Pokemon in a long while, and like at all. So I'm really excited to use Arbolova, and especially it's shiny because it's shiny as black olives, which I really like on Arbolova. But yeah, that's Arbolova for you guys. I'm really excited to use Arbolova on this team with Terra Fairy, Water, and Poison. So, our next Pokemon. I need a Steel type next. So the Steel type I decided to get was Iron Crown. So Iron Crown has a lot of good moves. It has access to Volt Switch, Psychic, Tachyon Cutter. It has access to Future Sight with Assault Vest. This one is also a very good Assault Vest Pokemon. Unfortunately, it does not have access to Stealth Rock, Light Screen, Reflect, or Trick Room, but I like it. I originally wanted Jirachi. But that got taken, and Iron Crown honestly fits the role pretty nicely. Fun fact, Jirachi and Metagross both went before Iron Crown. I wanted Iron Crown, I did not want Metagross because I wanted a special Steel type. And this one is really good. So yeah, we got Iron Crown. This Pokemon has access to Momentum in Volt Switch, which is the main reason why it chose it over Metagross. And it has really good moves. So honestly, shouts to Iron Crown. I'm really excited to use this Pokemon again. Last time we had it was an IBL, and I used it pretty nicely with set up with Agility, Calm Mind, Iron Defense, Stored Power, shenanigans, and yeah, that's basically Iron Crown. Yeah, it's a good special breaker, and yeah, that's Iron Crown on this team, and I'm excited to see how we use it this season. So yeah, Iron Crown is this. So our next Pokemon, I knew we had so much special offense, and I wanted a more physical offense. So we decided to go with this Pokemon right here, Arcanine and Sui. So Arcanine, wow, Arcanine's really fast in this. Okay, so Arcanine, this Pokemon is really good. Arcanine has a lot of speed. It has it's a good choice Scarfer, good choice band Pokemon with extreme speed, Head Smash, Flare Blitz with Rock Head with no recoil. It has Stealth Rocks, has access to Will-O-Wisp, Morning Sun, I believe, and it has like so many good moves, and I'm honestly really excited to use Arcanine. I haven't used one in a long time. So, Arcanine Hisui is, in my opinion, really good on our team. So, yeah, we have it finally on our team. It has access, I said Choice Band, Choice Scarf already. It can be like a Focus Sash lead with Stealth Rocks. And it can do so much with its stats. It has so much physical attack that it can be a that it definitely is a physical breaker. The only switches to this Pokemon are like ground or like waters, which waters don't want to switch into Arbolova, and grounds also do not like Arbolova. And Arcanine is 10-4 weak to Earthquake, but Earthquake is weakened in grassy terrain. So maybe we can live in Earthquake with the terrain up. And that is all we got for Arcanine. But yeah, like Arcanine don't got much. It's a good Pokemon. I'm excited to use it. I haven't used it in a long while. So yeah, Arcanine is really good and it's very fast in this. So yeah, our next Pokemon. I did these ones out of order. So basically this was our pick after. But our next Pokemon is I'm going to put him in here now. Our next Pokemon is a Pokemon that I wanted because I wanted a Fire Resist, and I wanted to switch into Shadow Ball. So we got Snorlax. This Pokemon is a really good, okay, why is Snorlax moving so fast? He should be moving slower. But basically, Snorlax is a good Pokemon. It's like pretty decent. It's good special defense. It has very good special defense. It can take on Shadow Balls all day. It can just eat a lot of hits with Assault Vest and leftovers with Curse. And it can do a lot of things. It has Body Slam. It has elemental punches, Earthquake, Crunch. It has so much coverage, and yeah. Snorlax isn't really that important, but like it's a good normal type we have, and like I like Snorlax, but like there's not much to really say about. Like it's just a good normal type to have on the team, and yeah, it can take a lot of hits. So yeah, kind of excited. I'm excited that we got Snorlax. I really wanted a normal type because now we can actually have a mon that can deal with ghosts that Dawn-Wing does not like. Or like a ghost like Crook cannot handle. So yeah, that's Snorlax for the team, and yeah. Our next Pokemon is going to be a mon that I grabbed mainly for Defog in Altaria. So basically we got Altaria. This Pokemon is a pretty good mon. I'm happy that we grabbed Altaria. Altaria is Altaria, whatever. This Pokemon's good. It has access to Defog, Roost. It has access to Dragon Dance, Brave Bird, Earthquake, so it could be a niche sweeper. I almost made this my Terra Cap over Arboliva, and I might, as the season goes on, I might do that. I honestly might do that as the season goes on. But yeah, Altaria is really good. It's pretty good. It's a Dragon type. I wanted a Dragon type from my type chart, and it resists fire, and it has Defog. I had no hazard removal outside of this, and I don't have any hazard removal outside of this Pokemon. So we may bring Altaria to more games when we want to for Defog. But yeah, Altaria is important for Defog, but yeah, that's mainly it. Altaria, it doesn't do much. It can have some cool sets, like Parasong Fire Spin. I hope it's got Fire Spin to trap enemies, and it has a lot of things. So yeah, Altaria is very cool. So yeah, Altaria is our 10th Pokemon, and our next Pokemon is our final Pokemon, which is Orthworm. So yeah, Orthworms are our last Pokemon. I need to avoid every Pokemon because this thing's level 25. But yeah, Orthworm, not much to say about Orthworm. It's just a worm. It's just a worm. But yeah, it's just a good steal. It gives us spikes. It's our only spiker, so it has that going for us. And yeah, I just picked up for spikes, and Earth Eater is really good on a steel type. But yeah, and this other thing was like 4 points, I think, or 6, and it was like, yeah, that's a steal. No Shut Tail, unfortunately, but that's fine. So basically, Orthworm has good things, and yeah. So basically, our nickname theme, I'm going to tell you guys now, is after the Loud House characters, after Lincoln and his 10 sisters. So Luna is Dawn-Wings, obviously, just because Moon, Luna. Lin Jr. is Sneasler because they both like sports and like are fighting, I'd say. Luann is Zapdos because she's about comedy and pranks, and Zapdos pranking you is like, and Zapdos static is basically pranking. Lola is Primarina because she does pageants. Lucy is Crocodile because dark type. That's basically it for Lucy. Lori is Arboliva. I should have maybe done that one Lily, but Lori's Arboliva. For Iron Crown is Lisa because she does like science experiments and stuff. Arcanine and Sui is Lana, because she likes animals. And then Snorlax is Lincoln. And then after Lincoln it is Lanny, which is Altaria because she likes fashion and stuff. And then the last one we have here, Orthworm, is Lily because we just didn't We just, I don't know why, but like we just didn't have enough. We just didn't have enough names. But like, yeah, this is Lily, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. And yeah, that's gonna be it for our draft analysis for the PBA. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, my Top Title Squad, and to everyone else that's watching, thank you.